Hey, what's up everybody? I'm SK and today we're gonna be showing you guys 3 lighting setups that you could do for editorial photography. Today I will be using, well, my first setup at least would be using a scrim. This is a 12 by 12 scrim, and you have different sizes. You have 8 by 8, 6 by 6, but I'll be using the 12 by 12 today. We have 2 lights that we're going to be using. Both of these are the Flashpoint AD600 and the Flashpoint AD400. Right now I got these set at full power, and the reason for full power, well, I have this a little bit off from the scrim, but just so I can create nice light on the side wall and on the model's face. For the distance that we have the scrim at, the closer you have the lights to the scrim, the more soft the light will be on the model skin. If you have them further away, they will be very, very contrasty. So I'm going for soft, so that's what I'll be doing today. Today I'm also using the Canon R6. Canon R6 is my go-to. And I have the Canon 24-70 lens. My settings for this, by the way, I'm using a Flashpoint trigger. My settings for the camera would be for f-stop 13, and I'll be using 1/125 as my shutter speed and ISO 100. Again, I kind of mentioned this in my last video that I will link. When you do take a photo on your camera, you want to make sure, before you connect the flash, you want to make sure you cut out all the ambient light. So I'm going to take a photo real quick, and as you can see, the photo appears black. You want to make sure that happens so that when you use the flash, when you turn the flash on, you can control the light being given. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll turn my flash on, give it a test, make sure everything works, and okay. This is my lovely model. This is Lindsay, and Lindsay is gonna be helping us capture what we need to capture today. So yeah, I'm about to start shooting, and let's see what we could come up with. So all right, Lindsay, so I'll say face the light as much as possible. You can face me too, but we're not gonna turn this way, all right? So I'm going for a more brand feel to it. I definitely want to be targeting Zara. That's my go-to. Ready? Yes. You also want to find a model with good movement. We're going for more subtle movements. So that's what she's giving me. Yes, just like that. See how I am trying to get different angles with each shot that I take so that we have different ranges to choose from. Sometimes I go in, sometimes I crouch. Yes. Turn a little more to the light again. Yes. All right. I'm gonna take a couple close-ups with you from half body. So you don't have to do too much movements. All right, ready? Yes, look at me. Yes, just like that. All right. So those are the looks that I'm going for. Let me look through them real quick. Nice and good. So yes, that was very simple. The 12 by 12 scrim, they cost around $6.99, I believe. I can link it below. You also can get the 8x8. The 8x8 is probably around $3.99. So $3.99 is, I would say it's affordable. So if you do have a student that can handle an 8x8 scrim, I'll definitely say get that. All right, so that's about it for the first look. All right, for the second setup, we're gonna be using 3 lights instead of 2 lights that I used previously. We have this light right here. This is the AD400 again. And I put a silver umbrella on there. And what I will be doing is putting a gel on there so that it could bounce blue light onto the subject, onto the side wall. And the second light that I have is a 8600, and I put a grid on there. The grid is used so that the spread of light would be narrow. I don't want it to go too far. I want it just to be on the model. I also have a 8600 over there in the back, and I put a grid on there for the same reason. I don't want any light to spill. I want it just on the model. I also have a white V-flat that I got from Home Depot for $12. I always mention this. I'm gonna leave a link in the description, but you can easily find these in Home Depot. All right. Now for the settings that I have this set at, I think, it's 1/1. I have it at full power, and I have this light at a half power, and this light at 1/16 power. The reason why I have this at 1/16 power is that I do not want any harsh lighting. I just want something to fill the hair. All right, so we're gonna take a test shot real quick. Ready for me, Lindsay? And as you can see, I'm using Capture One again. I just wanna emphasize that. From the last video, we used Capture One. I kind of turned down the Kelvin just a bit so we can get nice, cool lighting from the gel and from the flash, the key light right here. I also turned up the exposure on here and the contrast so that I can have a nice balance. All right, you ready? Yes, just like that. Nice. You can play with it. Oh, also I forgot, I do want to use a reflector. So, Roger, you can pass this reflector for me? You can use, sorry, technical difficulties. But yes, I also want to bounce light on the model's face using the silver reflector. All right. So I just let her freestyle. It's always good to have a good model. Yes. Just like that. The reason why I chose blue is just so it could give me a nice look with the gray jacket that she has. I feel like it would just be a nice contrast, but not so contrast. It blends well. So you can do that and turn that side again. Yeah. Yes. Chin up. Just like that. Oops, this is fine. I'm gonna do a couple more so that I have options. Ready? You can always play with your lighting. It doesn't have to be safe all the time, even though a lot of my friends say I'm very safe. Today I proved them wrong. Yes, just like that. All right. Yeah, there you have it. Just a simple 3 light setup. Lighting is not as hard as we think it is. Each light, it serves a different purpose. So as long as you can break it down and see what everything is needed for, everything should be fine. All right, I'll go to the next look. All right, so now we're about to do the third lighting setup. This time I decided to do a 1 light setup with a magnum reflector. These are very cheap and inexpensive, so I always recommend getting a magnum reflector. The light that the output that we're gonna be using is 1/1. Again, I'm just a full power guy, I'm sorry. I might be getting a lot of misfires, but oh well, deal with it. All right, my camera setting is f14, 1/125, and ISO 100. All right, so the reason why I have the light this distance is because the further away the light is from the models, the more contrast I can get. And for the type of shots that I'm trying to get, I want it to be very high contrast. I don't want anything smooth. This is a grungier feel, so that's what we're gonna be doing today. And yeah, ready when you're ready. All right. And I'm gonna be shooting from a higher angle because I really like higher angle shots. All right. And I actually have you sit up like, yes, just like that. Right there, you can look at me. Right there, chin up, just like that. Yes. This is definitely the type of vibe I'm trying to go with this look. The white tee, the black leather pants. I want a lot of shadows in the background. I want very high contrast lighting. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Catch her legs. Yes. She is serving the looks right there. And relax this hand so you can just rest it on the ground right here. Yes. Just like that. All right, I'm gonna get off the ladder real quick and get some lower angle shots. I am very old, I'm 26. We're gonna get it done. I really have back problems though. Just like that. And she's giving the supermodel faces, so I know I ain't gotta do nothing. Keep that chin up again. Play with the T, like even the neck of the T. Yes. Keep it. All right, I'm gonna do a couple ones showing her legs because I cropped out her legs for a lot of those. Let me see. This is a laid back, chilled vibes. Exactly what I was going for. All right. So it's very simple. You don't need a lot of equipment for this one. Again, If anything that you guys would need, please let me know in the comment section. If you want to see different type of videos, lighting setups, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna turn this off because it's dying. So thank you for checking out this video. Hopefully you guys learned something today. If you guys have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below. For Lindsay's Instagram, we'll tag it below in the description, as well as my videographer, Bacon. Thank you for tuning in. I'm out.